All right, guys, it is update time here. All right, guys, so we got an update that has come to light. It is the new update, February 6th. It is coming out on the 8th. What we have coming up is some more server merges. This is for Asia. They are going to be merging their servers, but a big thing to know is the merges are coming for February 22nd. That is also when we're going to have some further things come about. So, server merges coming. Also on the 25th, we'll be making adjustment, or on the 22nd, we will be making adjustment to normal gems. This is something we have really felt strongly about, because if we look at our stats right now, we'll just come over here and we'll go over to the jeweler just to show it. So currently right now we have different gems, right? Your secondary, you get 56 for a rank 5, 148 for a rank 6, and then you take them to 7s. And if you were to do the total and add these up, you crushing three of your gems, just 2 of these right now, 148. If you added those together, that's more than a 7, and it takes 3 6s to make 1 7. So you're constantly losing damage, you're constantly losing potency. Health was the biggest one that you saw the drop from. Come back here, the adjustments they're going to be making. These gems will receive an additional attribute which modifies their base stat of the item they're socketed into. This change will ultimately provide more use for normal gems. Therefore, to maintain the integrity of the market, so wine tons grand market, all normal gems will be removed from the market on February 22nd during the server maintenance period. All current rules for listing gems in the market will remain unchanged, and these gems can be relisted in the market once the server maintenance period ends. Additionally, we will be modifying hidden layers to provide players with additional ways to obtain tradable gems. Because right now you can get 6 gems from a dungeon, but it's not guaranteed, or a hidden layer, but it's not guaranteed that all 6 of those are tradable. And maybe they're going to be modifying it to where we get more than 6 gems, because you just run 1 hidden layer and you're done getting gems from a hidden layer. So continuing on, before developing further into this content update, let's make a moment to welcome the Turkish speaker to Diablo Immortal. After the service maintenance, players can now slay demons across Sanctuary within the game. Text-based Turkish language support. So it looks like they're adding another language. As with previous content updates, there will be server maintenance going on for the 7th in Oceania, China, Asia, South Asia, and European servers. And what we care about for us in the West, East Coast, West Coast, we all get that server maintenance downtime on February 8th. February 8th is indeed Wednesday. So we'll be seeing that update, and after the maintenance has completed, all mentioned below items will go live. So what we have coming, the big one, ding, 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 additional stash tabs. We've been asking for it for a while. So right now you see you will get an additional stash tab by paying 2,000 platinum. So even free-to-play players can, doing their dailies every day, get that 300 platinum. You can eventually save it up to permanently unlock another stash. Now, the non-free-to-play players that are constantly buying the Boon of Plenty, you will unlock a second stash tab whenever the Boon of Plenty is active. And it says if your Boon of Plenty expires, any stored items within the stash tab will remain there until you withdraw them. Additional items cannot be stored in the stash tab unless you have an active Boon of Plenty. All right, so if you're like me and you have that Boon of Plenty, you may go half a day, maybe a day at most, without replenishing this boon of plenty. So it's no big deal to me. What I really like is free to play. Free to play is going to be able to use platinum. It doesn't say using orbs. It says it can be unlocked via platinum. So I'm excited for that. So next we have adjustments to the boss invulnerability phases. In our previous content update, we made a change to remove invulnerability phases between killing. So they're talking about Tomb right now. When you would go and kill his left and right legs, after you kill the first ones, there's an immunity phase that you can't attack anything. And people waste their cooldowns. It takes longer because you got to realize, is he done being immune? And then you can attack again. So what they're doing is they're getting rid of that. They're also shortening the invulnerability phase for Ancient Nightmare and the Glacial Colossus fights. Going forward, we'll continue to evaluate the player's experience in boss encounters and we'll make additional adjustments as needed. So what they're trying to do is make dungeons easier, faster. We've already seen it. They made adjustments to silent. In COE, you can run through certain aspects of it. You don't have to kill all the mobs to get to the doors and things like that. So let's see as we continue down. Dev notes, boss invulnerability phase break the flow of combat, making them one of the most noticeable forms of downtime in a dungeon, because we're also allowing for storytelling and gameplay pacing. In some cases, we completely remove the invulnerability phase, but in many cases, we need to reduce the overall duration of the phase to ensure the encounter functions ideally. Our goal is to reduce the overall downtime in dungeons, especially during combat. We do not want this reduction to come at a cost to the player's experience, but many changes result in only a few seconds saved here and there, but added up, they should be noticeable. And that is true. If you are spamming a dungeon over and over and over and over again, like when they do some modifications to Pit, I'm going to be full for that, because you have to go. I don't care about killing the first too many bosses, but having to kill all the waves over and over again of Zakaya. I would like to see some change there. Maybe when the parasite comes out, like do some modifications to the inside there. But we'll see. So another big one for Shadows. Really good for people whose reigns are changing. I'm really curious to see if this affects people that have already completed their Path of Blood. But it says, upon completion of floor, players will now receive gold, experience, and items as a reward. You may now skip directly to the nearest boss floor to your current floor, such as floor 10 if you completed floor 7. If you completed the boss floor, you'll receive credits and rewards for skipped floors, the boss level, and receive the option to skip directly to the next boss floor. So that right there is going to be awesome for us when we come back the first day we knock out our Path of Blood, because our defense and offensive stats are all 0 and we want to max them out as fast as we can. We want to be able to get into Vault. We want to be able to get back into Battlegrounds, and being able to just, you hit that first boss and then we can go next boss, next boss, next boss, next boss. Now it's taking 15 minutes of our time, maybe dropping it down to 5, because, and it's progressively gotten better. The first couple of times it was floor after floor after floor, and I really like this aspect. I am curious to see if they are going to go, oh, you completed it, here's a chunk of change for everybody that completed it, or it might be we'll have to wait till the next rain cycle. So we'll have to see. It says, Dev notes, as players continue to flow through the cycle of strife, we understand that some players will successfully climb through the entire path of blood and only be forced to slowly trug back to the top in the next cycle. While we still believe the importance of this reset, we wanted to focus on improving the rewards and speed of progression of the path of blood. This way, those players that wish to breeze through the system can more readily accomplish the feat while also being rewarded for their efforts, or being better rewarded. So looking forward to see that. We may have to wait till after this Sunday if we have a rain change to see if it goes into effect, or we'll just wait till after the update and actually see if we get anything in the mail saying, oh, here's what you got for completing 100 floors of Path of Blood. But next one, hell difficulty notification. In a place like the Sanctuary, reaching a new hell difficulty level calls for celebration. When a player unlocks a new hell difficulty level, a congratulations screen detailing the new features available to them will pop up. So, most of the people in my clan, we've already unlocked Hell 8. We already got that chest. We've already done some of the bosses, just test them out. But for some of our lower clan mates, and I know people on the server, that might be a great victory to see that pop up. It may be kind of nice for them to see. This one seems like a good one. There was an kind of a navigate to player where if they were running around, it would slowly start following you. And it says, by clicking or tapping a member of the party, players can now automatically follow the player. Any movement or combat that you manually initiate or being attacked by a monster will interrupt auto following. And I do like the fact it says if a monster attacks the player, it'll interrupt auto following, because the biggest thing I see is if they didn't do that, or if it doesn't function as intended, you're going to see a lot of people botting, where they're just going to follow around somebody in the party. You could take alts through in your party, have them all navigate the one player, and then you're just gaining them XP all at once. And the fact that now everything will be interrupted, as long as it works intended, people aren't going to be botting like that. But it is kind of we'll have to see how the navigate to player is actually going to work, because we've done it before, and you navigate to player, they'll be on this side of the map, and it'll spawn you all the way down here on the other side of the map. And then you have to teleport again. And when you're trying to do that for like an ancient, or trying to get over to the call of the ancient, you're just better off spawning where you think it is. Oh, where's it spawning at? Oh, top right. All right, I'll spawn top right. Oh, it's over top left, or I'm in the middle of the map. Like, hopefully it works as intended. So the next thing we have is player profile display. If a player is part of a warband, their warband names can now be seen in their player profile menu. That's kind of cool. We will have to see how that adjustment's made, because the last adjustment they made, I wasn't quite a fan with when it came to doing this. When they moved all of this, I did not like this. I think they should have kept it up top. It would have been perfectly fine. Because, like, somebody like me, they finally did fix the resonance thing so you can scroll through to see everything. But I liked being able that this took up the whole screen. We can't move it. But they did fix, because you used to only be able to see the tippy parts of your gems down here. Now, yes, I know this is well problems, but they made an adjustment and they moved it from the top and they moved it to the side. And a lot of us did not like that view, that they are saying they're going to move the combat rating so people can see the combat rating. Maybe it's so you don't have to double click, because normally when you click on somebody's profile, this is what pops up. You click more attributes, you can see that, and then people scroll down to look for the res. So we'll have to see what they actually mean by they are moving this to a higher location within the attribute interface. So Maybe it's on the first page, maybe it's not. Maybe it's still on the second page and they make it bolder, bigger, up high. Who knows? We'll just have to see after the update. And this one, for anybody that likes bonus XP, any bounty previously provided at 1.2 times rewards will now provide 5 times rewards. So you typically, out of your 4 run of bounties, I already did mine for today, but you'll have 3 normal, and then you usually have one that says 1.2 times XP. And for people that are in the red, we really like those because you can just knock out a bunch of bounties. Every time you turn them in, you'll get a nice chunk of XP and getting that little bonus XP. That's really nice, seeing this 5 times reward. I think it'll be great. Now, the next thing we have, another limited time event. A dangerous torment of demonic destruction has flooded through the murky waterways of Bilfin, grinding daily life to a sluggy halt. Sanctuary citizens who call this predatory swamp network of, or precarious network of swamps home are on their last leg. Coming to their rescue is imperative. Channel the arcane energy through the mortal vessel to overcome the perils of an limited event. So this is going to go from the 8th to the 16th, and what happens on the 16th? You get a new battle pass. Bam! So, Season 10 battle pass. Seems kind of interesting. Alchemist admixture. Despite centuries of setbacks, the Alchemist's creed is unchanged. Anything possible if you're curious enough. So, I'm curious to see what all of them will look at. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. But they are hosting the next one that will go till March 16th. And then the next big update is supposed to be March 22nd. So it'll be leading right up to the end of that battle pass, which is also, we should be entering Hell 8 around that time frame. So keep that in mind. Hell 8, more stuff coming up, another update coming down the way. This is one I'm really excited for. Void Beyond cosmetic set. If it's anything like the battle pass where you got the weapons and the portal that you got, you rip through, at least judging by these pictures, I would say this looks pretty sick. And it looks like they're just selling it for 1,000 orbs. So more than likely, we're not going to have it. It just says the standard is available, but who knows? There may be a 1,500 one. We'll have to see when it comes out. Right now, it's only saying there's 1,000 orb pack, so it's just probably the character cosmetic. But I'm a sucker for cosmetics, so I know I'll be getting this, and unfortunately, I class changed a lot, so if it's good on another class, I'll probably be doing it like I did with the demonic one and getting that on multiple classes as well. So I did click through earlier. There were no current Q&A other than in January, and if you look at as of January 24th, if you don't remember, they did change an issue with the Hungerer Gem. Storm Point looks like they fixed an issue with the Onslaught event. Auto Nav will behave properly. There was an issue with the Fortune's Favor where they couldn't receive a full refund of the orbs. Fixed an issue with Fractured Planes. And let's see here. Fixed an issue with sharing cosmetics to social media platforms. Red dots will now disappear from limited time shop bundles after interacting with them. Fixed an issue that prevented players from accepting an invite to join a different party while they're already in a party. This one was a thing, so maybe this is something new because they did mention the Fractured Planes, but it does look like I've never tried to do this. Normally, if I'm accepting to join a party invite, I will leave the current party and join that party. I've never gone, oh yeah, just send me an invite, because it usually says your party's 4 out of 4, or it just makes them disappear on the party finder when you're trying to find that person. And then obviously they did some stuff on the 17th, updated text for Crusader Legendary. Ray of Frost didn't apply chilling effect when it should have, and talked about the Hungerer gem again. So I guess the Hungerer gem was still having issues, so they fixed an issue with the haste bonus. I hope you guys like this video. If you do like it, hit that subscribe button. Remember, subscribe to me so you can get these updates. And in the coming future, we'll probably be doing a collab with a lot of the other streamers, content creators, and we'll be talking about the updates. So look forward to those videos as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.